So I'm just going to briefly explain all the controls on the Solis 20 and the Solis 16. So we're going to quickly talk you through all the controls and operation of the Solis 16. At the front here, obviously you've got your front tow hitch that's just on a linch pin, in and out like that. To open the bonnet, there's a pull handle just here. You pull that up, it's on a gas strut, it will stay up. At the front is your battery isolator, and then just behind it is your battery. You got your water level there, and then your radiator. This is a mesh screen that protects the radiator for any damage and debris getting through. In the summer months, this will get blocked up with grass, bits and bobs. This is one of the main things you need to keep clean. Take it out, give it a bang, put it back in. If you don't do that, your tractor may overheat, etc. and etc. Obviously you've got your two wing mirrors here, and a dipstick is just here. It's a silver handled. You have to unscrew it and take it out, and it's got each line on. On the Solis 20, your dipstick is located just here. So that's your diesel here. It's a lockable on 2 keys there. This pedal is the clutch pedal here. It's a standard gearbox, clutch and gears. Whenever you change gear, you need to be stationary and foot on the clutch. To start the tractor, your main gear stick needs to be in neutral, your high and low needs to be in neutral, and your foot on the clutch. And then you turn the key, let the tractor heat up, so there's a glow light on the dash, and then it will start. This lever just here, to your left when you're sat on the seat, is for your rear hydraulic ports here. One way, forward and backwards like that. This is your handbrake, on and off. If the tractor is running and your handbrake is not engaged, the tractor will beep at you, that's all. And then also to the left down here, this is your PTO lever. You've got 540 and 1000. To engage your PTO, you need to be stationary and your foot on the clutch again. This lever here is your up and down for your linkage. You can set a depth with this knob here. This is just a toolbox that clips in and out. This here is your foot throttle, and this is your brake. It does have split brakes, so you can brake the left wheel and the right wheel independently. 90% of the time, keep them joined up, it's a lot safer. You'd only ever really split your brakes if you were ploughing or doing a job like so. This lever here is your hand throttle. You pull it back to rev, push it forward to shut down the revs. You'd use this if you had an implement on the back on your PTO, for example, a flail mower. You'd pull your revs back just over 2,500 revs on the dash, it'll show you. And then you'd leave it there because that's where your revs want to be. If you were just driving around, you'd usually use your foot throttle. There's an orange lever just here, what is labelled, this is your 2 and 4 wheel drive. Again, you need to be stationary when changing. Always try to keep it in 2-wheel drive unless you need 4-wheel drive, it just saves tyre wear, and also if you're in 4-wheel drive it will glue up the ground a little bit because all 4 wheels are fighting each other. This lever here is your diff lock. This is your get out of jail card. You wouldn't use your diff lock unless you really need it. That locks both wheels so they turn at the same rate. And that lever here is for your high and low range. You've got a little knob here that you can twist. So this is your drop rate. That will slow down how fast your rear arms on your linkage goes up and down. So if you have a heavier implement, you will want to wind that in so the implement goes down nice and gradually. If you had a lighter implement, you'd want to wind it out so it goes down nice and gradually. To move the seat forward and backwards, it's just on this lever here. And you can also adjust the weight of the spring in the seat on a knob at the back. To fold the roll bar, it's just on these 2 bolts here. You simply undo them and it folds down and you can put them back in these holes here. So at the back of your tractor, these are your rear hydraulic ports. They're on quick connectors. So you pull back pull your cap out, you'd put your pipe in and click it back. Obviously you've got your lights here and a 7-pin trailer plug. You've got a number plate holder there with a light, and then you've got a rear work light that you just pull that lever up and on, that light's there. Here's your top link. There's a pin that just goes through that bracket like so to hold it in place when you haven't got an implement on. This telescopically just winds in and out like so, and then you've got a lock-in nut there. So these are your 2 rear arms on your 3-point linkage. You've got 1 point, 2 point and 3 point. These arms are independent, so if you take this out of there, so this winds up and down here, what lower is that. And then this here, this silver arm is called your check chain. So that winds the arm in and out like so. So this is your rear drawbar. It can be offset with these pins and removed just with that 1 pin at the back there, what's got a linch pin underneath. Here's your PTO. They come with a dust cover on that just unscrews. And there's the PTO. The dust covers is a good idea to put it back on whenever possible, just keeps it clean, because that's got grease on, any dirt or grime will want to stick to it. There's a button here just above the hand throttle that is called the external control. What the external control button does is allows you to put the tractor with the PTO spinning and get off the seat without the tractor turning off. This is used if you had an implement on the back, like a wood processor or something like that, that you weren't sat on the seat with the PTO running. For safety, if your PTO's on and you haven't got this switched across, if you get off the seat, the tractor will cut out. To turn your flash and beacon on and off, it's just on a button there.